And it's go time on another little toy hunt. This is WWE Toy Hunt. If you're new to the channel, we go around, we go to Targets, Walmarts, all kinds of random places and look for WWE wrestling figures. As you can see, it's pouring rain out today, and we are at a Target. We're going to hit up a Target, maybe a few Targets, maybe a few Walmarts. Not sure what we're looking for. We're just going in and looking. So let's get into this first Target, see what we can find. And here we are, and we made it to the toys section, if you will. Looks like they got some new stuff out here. They got the Cody 165, Ethan Page, and John Cena. Nobody else from that set though. No Hollywood Hogan or Sol Ruca, so it looks like somebody beat us to that. That's okay. Jesse the Body, a few of them. Knuckle Crunchers, Mr. Fuji, looking all sweet right there. We already picked those up. Go check those little short reviews out. And then just a bunch of random stuff. LA Knights and Stone Colds. And a Dirty Dom Ultimate. No Uncle Howdy here. Rob Van Dam. Focus. Rob Van Dam? The heck? No, it's not Rob Van Dam. Anywho, yeah, that's what we're working with here. So let's see if they have a clearance section. Otherwise, let's move on to the next store. And we did find a clearance section. They have the old Legends sitting out here, but they're still sitting at $11.49. We're gonna wait till they go down to maybe $6.49 before picking any of these up. But there it is, Kurt Hennig, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and British Bulldog. A bunch of Bulldogs, only one Heenan, and a bunch of Hennig. So there we are, a bunch of other random stuff if you're into other toys. That's what we're working with. So now, on to the next store. And here we are, we made it to another Target, and I still got the Bray sitting here. One of them, they had three the last time we were here. The Bray Ultimate, pretty sweet. Logan, John Cena right there. Bunch of Jesse the Bodies and Stone Colds. We got some Dominics. Bunch of random stuff. But what is cool and weird at the same time is Chelsea Green and Cactus Jack on a Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest box. What in the Samuel heck is that about? That's craziness right there. Take a look at that. How crazy is that? What else do they got? I don't know if that'll be a pickup or not. That's kind of weird. They do have the Cena and Cody, and another Cena and Cody, and an actual Drew and Damian. So that's what it's supposed to look like, but instead they got Chelsea Green and Cactus Jack in there, which is pretty cool. A little air action going on. Yeah, so that's what we're working with at this one. Let's see if they have a clearance section. Otherwise, let's move on to the next store. And we did find the clearance section again. Here we go. This one only has a couple Bulldogs and a couple Bobby the Brains, and they're still $11.49 here as well. Again, a bunch of random other stuff that's not wrestling related, but if you're into that, they do have other stuff. But now, with that said, let's move on to the next store. Well, we made it to another Target, and this one is Bare Bones. Look at this. Holy crap. They got some Legends 29 on sale. They got one Jesse the Body Ventura hanging out here. Punk solos, and then just, random stuff. But otherwise, just empty as can be. Some Piper Pits hanging out, which is surprising that those aren't on sale yet. But yeah, that's what we're working with at this Target right here. So let's get to a one that actually has some stuff. And we made it to a Walmart, and they have some newer stuff here. They got the Hogan, which somebody was just looking at. Main event or basic, whatever you want to call it. Let's get it out here and take a little better look at it. There it is. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Still have yet to see the Sol Ruka, but they have the Cody, the Cena, the Page, all that stuff. Going through, there's the Cody. Look at all these Cenas. 1, 2, 3. Count them, 3. All that good stuff. All kinds of random elites going on in here. Stone Cold, Damien, LA Hitman, Tama Tonga, Sid, Rowdy, Triple H, Steve, Rowdy, Seth, and Jacob back there. We got an Elba Fire. First time line. We got just figures kind of all over the place. All kinds of Street Fighter stuff. I don't think they have any of the newer stuff that people are seeing, but they got the Cena and Bianca, Ray, Batista, Warrior, all kinds of stuff. They still have the Monday Night War set with Billy. Looks like somebody went ahead and took the Road Dogg, but they got Mr. Butt right there. They got Eddie right there. Sounds like the piece is still in there. It's like popping open though. Sid Vicious, Lex Luger, and then all of those guys, but no Road Dogg. Some Ultimates down there. They got the Hogan and Howdy, and yeah, just all kinds of stuff and things. So that is what we're working with at this store. Let's get over to the clearance section, see if they got anything in there. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next step. Nothing in the clearance section for wrestling figures. All kinds of random stuff, but nothing for wrestling. So on to the next store. We made it over to a Walmart, and this Walmart never has anything. It just never has anything. They got a Cody here, but yeah. People are looking at bikes and all that sweet stuff. Kurtz and DDPs and Lex Luger Ultimates down there. Stuff and things, but nothing worth picking up for us here. So check out the clearance section. Otherwise, on to the last stop of the evening. We made it over to the clearance section, and they have some of these knuckle crunchers here. 18 bucks, was 45. It's just surprising to me that this was 45 full price. Crazy. 18 bucks. Now they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And yeah, that's kind of crazy right there. All right, now we're gonna move on to the last stop of the evening. And we made it to the last stop of the evening, and it's a Target, and they got some stuff over here, but I think the crazy thing is Rob Van Dam. I thought this was online only. Rob Van Dam Series 29 in the wild. Look at that. It's crazy. They actually have 1, 2, 3 of them in the wild. And Mr. Fuji there. None of the other people. They do have some older main event showdowns there. But yeah, I think that's pretty crazy that you got a Rob Van Dam hanging out right here. I think that might be a pickup just for that sweet little Money in the Bank briefcase right there. How awesome is that? All right, we'll see if they have a clearance section. Otherwise, we'll see you out in the car or possibly at home for the haul. All right, we made it back home, and we're doing the little showcase here in the home because it's just pitch black outside. It's still pouring rain, all that good stuff. The first pickup is this Factory Air Damian Priest Drew McIntyre box with Chelsea Green and Cactus Jack inside of it. Kind of crazy. We did pick that up, but then we also decided to grab one of those Mr. Money in the Bank Rob Van Dams that was sitting there. That briefcase is just pretty darn sweet not to pick up, so Mr. Money in the Bank became part of this haul. But as always, I do appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, doing all that awesome stuff. Again, you guys are phenomenal. There's the pickups for this toy hunt. And with that said, hopefully we end up seeing you on the next one. I'm Wrestling Rewind, a figure reviews guy, and this was WWE Toy Hunt 159 or 160 maybe. I don't even know. There's been so many. Yeah, anywho, I'm out.